Yeah, 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 yeah. If you ain't heard me say that in a while, that means you ain't made it to the beginning of the live. Get up in here, because I need some attention. Yeah, yeah. This is my Sunday afternoon. Brain dump. I'm mentioning you and you too. Yeah, get up in here. Get up in here. I'm gonna listen to me a song for a second. Got me a joint on my head on for a second. Oh, I ain't fixing the light for y'all, huh? I'm sorry. Y'all don't need to see me anyway. Y'all shadow today. Yeah, 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 yeah. I ain't fixing the light. My bad. My bad. We get up in here. Today's mind dump deals with a lot of things, but we're gonna talk about our ego. E-G-O. Ego. 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 Yeah, 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 yeah. This is a breaking news announcement. I just came in to let you know that your ego is a good thing if it is used in the right way, right? So let's get to talking about this. Ego, ego, ego. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mm, mm, mm. It ain't let my phone play no more though. I ain't got the light right for y'all. Yeah. Y'all will be able to see me, but I got my light my back against the back. But I gotta look this way so you can hear me. Yeah, yeah. It ain't playing my song. They ain't deciding how to try and play that, try to play something that I don't want to talk about. Get up in here. I know you can't see me. I know you can't see me. I'm sorry. I didn't put the lights up right. So y'all just gonna have y'all know what I look like. But anyway, here we go. This oh yeah, you gotta get your healing right, right? And yeah, 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 yeah. Listen to this. Gotta take some humble pie. Humble pie. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rather blame it on anybody but yourself. All right, get up in here. Get up in here. Yeah, I'm sorry y'all can't see me, but hey, listen, y'all can hear me. So as long as y'all can hear me, then the message gonna get out there because that would require me to do a little bit more setup. I gotta pull the light out, you know what I'm saying, hook it up. And I didn't do that today. I didn't do that today. So I probably can like I don't know. No, we're gonna leave it just the way it is. Anyway, ego. That song is Ego Talking by Saint Harrison. Um, right, this ain't no place for saints. Yeah, 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 yeah. But we up in here anyway, and so we're gonna talk today about our ego. Yes, yes, yes. How our ego stops our healing journey. You can't hear me either. Oh, you can't hear me. Okay, okay, you can't hear me. All right, so our ego sometimes gets in the way of us healing because we think ain't nothing wrong with us. We think that we can blame all of our problems and our issues on somebody else, and this is an ego response. Why? Because we are too arrogant to admit that we might need to change some shit. You know what I'm saying? And so when we get stuck there, we put ourselves in a position where we can't be used. So we have eased God out. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ego, easing God out. And so when we have an overinflated ego, we can stop ourselves from progressing, and it's really a form of self sabotage. So, um, one of the things that you should always remember along this journey and on your personal mission is that it ain't nobody's job but your own to respect it. It's nobody's job but your own to carry it out. It's nobody's job but your own to recognize what it is. That's all your job. But if you're trapped in your ego, I'm not good enough. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It might be a small ego, but it's ego. You know, God couldn't be picking me. I can't get that done. Whatever things that we say to limit ourselves, those two are ego, and that's a nasty usage of ego. So if your ego is blocking you in any way from achieving what you came on the planet to achieve, then you are in the wrong direction. Yeah, 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 yeah. Get up in here. Get up in here.
Gucci, Gucci, Prada.
Y'all can't see me, so y'all know what I'm doing anyway. So yeah, yeah, bad y'all. Okay, y'all like we can see that. We can see that. We can see that saying. I know, I know, I know. Excuse me. I just got I have a beautiful friend who love me and send me a care box about once every 2 weeks, maybe once a month or something. I just got one today, and I'm so grateful. The box got a bunch of good stuff in it for me. Some stuff I don't need. So I just need to be cutting out the candy. I'm probably on my way to having some cavities or something. I don't know. I'm so grateful the boxes be having some of the most thoughtful things in it. So if you know who you are, if you send me things to my box and send me boxes of love. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. If you send me Cash App donations, I love you. Thank you. I appreciate you. For the people who send me the nice little text messages and stuff, I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all. Y'all be keeping me going. Y'all be keeping the sake go. Yeah, 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 yeah. But see, I got an ego too, right? We all do. And so sometimes I could get up into there. Matter of fact, my aunt just told me the other day I need to get out my bubble. I gotta get up out the RV. I said I'm about to get out the RV soon. It's almost time for me to hit my next road, round of travel. So, y'all hope y'all getting ready for that. If you're out in the California area, you should definitely be getting ready because I'm about to come out there and fork some stuff up. Yeah, 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 yeah. Not only fork some stuff up, but I'm gonna fork some people up. Um, so I remember, and let's talk about ego, and let's have a transparent moment, right? So forking. If you don't know what forking is, I provide a very rare service to people, that helps to align the etheric body. Okay, and I use this tuning fork, and it's called forking. Yeah, I call it forking. And the forking helps to clear out your chakra system and bring you into balance so that all of the chakras are equally balanced and flowing at a speed that they are supposed to be, right? And releasing any blocks there. So that's what the tuning is, and how it works is it's just sound therapy pretty much, right? And so I like to do that to people. And I even have a shirt that says sacred energy exchange with me is dope sex. Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, of course, all the perverts when they walk by me, they think they go, "Oh, hey, ain't no want some sex, 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 sex." No. Oh boy. Anyway, back on topic. Go back. And so I remember when I first got the information to do it and how to do it. It was definitely downloaded into me like everything else. But I was like, nobody gonna want this. Like, this seems a little perverted. Like, people are gonna be expecting more from me, or because everybody thinks that you should be touching them. I'm not supposed to touch you. And people got different ideas, but see, their ideas aren't my ideas, right? Because my ideas ain't even my ideas. Yeah, 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 yeah. How about that? Yep, 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 yep. Even my own eyebrows. Anyway, uh, I would think, this was invaluable, that this was unimportant, that it was unnecessary, that eh, honestly, I would even tell myself I had made it up. Isn't God out? Yeah, yeah, yo. It's like, forget my instructions. How I supposed to tell people this? And I've had the joy over the last couple of years of traveling around the United States and meeting different people and offering them my forking services. And they all say exactly what I know is that it's better than sex. Yeah, it's better than sex. They're thinking, whoa, it's better than sex and drugs combined. Yeah, 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 yeah. Um, so yeah. But if you are watching me and I hit your area anytime soon, you should be looking for some announcements of my locations because this year, unlike previous years, my destinations will be announced ahead of time, and so you will know when I'm actually coming to your area, and where I will be in your area. So you'll be able to actually come in and see me. Look at that! You see how the light is? It ain't like oh, that's what that's so y'all can see me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Magic. Uh-huh. I can't make this stuff up. This is the life that I live. So, but yeah, it's time for me to come out of I guess, out of the shadow. Like I gotta see me, and not only see me but feel me. So, make sure that if I'm in your area, that you look into how you can book a forking session. For the ladies who have not been wasted by the Saint yet, I am still offering the wasted series. Which is a personalized waist speed curated by myself to help the wearer to connect with the I am presence within themselves and remember their own personal mission. So if you have not gotten a set of beads from me and you would like to order a set, go to my website and do that. Yeah, 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 yeah. So now back on my conversation. So our ego is sometimes a good friend though, right? Because ego can be a good friend when it comes to setting boundaries, when it comes to achieving goals. I was explaining to a guy that everything is good and bad, right? Anything done in excess is not good, and anything not done enough is not good. Everything has to be in balance, and that's what we're trying to get in this life is in balance. So look at in your life where your ego is stopping you from accomplishing something that is part of your destiny, part of what you should be getting done here on the planet. Because at this point, we got Pluto in Aquarius. Yay! Yay! Yeah! We loving it. Say what? We are loving it. Yeah, the whole crowd loving it. The crowd goes wow because this is a lot of things changing, and see a lot of people in their ego are going to get trapped up in following things that are not correct. That's probably why y'all so ego can be your friend, it can be a harmer. But if you're one of these people out here that you think you're right about everything, you're not really willing to unlearn and relearn some things, you probably are on your way to some hell pretty soon. We can see publicly where there's a lot of darkness coming to light, right? I've been screaming this for years and years and years. For those of you who have been watching me or are related to me or have had an opportunity to sit with me and have a discussion, um, I probably, been looking at you like, hey, I don't really care about that. FEMA coming, FEMA coming. And yeah, a lot of things is coming, but the dark is coming to light, and it's not just on the small scale. When we look at Puff Daddy and TD Jakes and any of these like low level players. Um, that's just the bottom of the ladder, and so there are even greater depths of darkness that have to be unveiled, and that exists within not only our entertainment, but our education, our politics, our finances, our religion, um, and as a species of people right now, it's our job to like remake these things over. But if you're so stuck in your ego thinking that the old way is going to be somehow the new way, or that you can get the new way by doing the old things, the old ways, or believing old things and acting that way, then we're in trouble. We're in trouble. I was just explaining to someone, right now you have a movement, uh, what the um, politicians have called woke, the woke movement, where people have, come into awareness of themselves, right? Is all it is really. And they have feared this for some time, which is why they gaslight you about it or have tried to derail your personal awakening or the awakening of the planet, period. Like, it was a whole, mass effort to throw people off of their spiritual path and get them to do wickedness. Like, it's so, it's real, But anyway, um, right now we're being called to come into our spiritual selves and fulfill our spiritual contract. But there's a big disconnect. And for those who are like, I guess, what you would call religious, um, and after right behavior, we must understand that as the Holy Spirit, we all must come under one accord. And what you can see when you look around is that we are definitely not on one accord. And I'm not talking about black people. I'm not talking about women versus men or Catholics versus Christians. I'm talking about the Holy Spirit, the body of truth. And for us to come into that body, it's a whole lot of things that must be unlearned. And then we also have to recognize that some of the new beings that are born, they're already born in the body and they ain't coming out for your nonsense. And so that's some of these like superhero kids that you see, who are here for something greater. And we need to protect these kids. But we don't even realize that because we think that we should still be handing them over to the education department, to the Department of Education, and letting them direct and dictate these people's lives. We still handing kids over to children's services and hoping that they can. I don't know what y'all thinking people children's services can do, but we are still handing our money over to um, governmental policies and things that don't support us. Why? Right? I'll tell you why. Because we have been enslaved. You're enslaved in your mind to do this stuff. You think that, but to not do it, you you're gonna die. But then you'll sit around and want something different, right? I got a old buddy. I think I talked about him a couple videos ago, but I had to tell him he is cognitive dissonance. Like, some of you old people, and I'm saying this with the utmost respect. Some of y'all are like holding us up because y'all refusing to look at what needs to be unlearned or relearned, or holding too tight to things that have not worked. Um, my aunt just had to say to me the other day, this is, if y'all know, I got 80-year-old aunt that I'm always talking to, and she's telling me that Uh, she kind of took a shot at me to say that some of the stuff that I do is not necessarily of God, and The Holy Spirit immediately shot back to tell her, well, that's anything that I do or say that doesn't feel like what you know, or if it doesn't sound like what you know, then I'm immediately wrong. And that's not so. I pull from a different space. I got a different job here on the planet. My job is to like take from there and bring it to here in a way that people can understand. Um, and only for some people. Like I'm not even for everybody. Like only a select section of humanity will understand me or is to understand me. So I'm not worried about numbers or you know being liked or approved. I'm here to do a job, and so I do that job. Nonetheless, she was like, Holy Spirit had to hit her because if not, she was gonna, I think, probably keep going. And they had to let her know that. And what did she say? That she was shown that I'm here to bridge the gap, and that's true. To bring people from light to dark, to make those two come together within one, so that we know how to operate. And that's my job. And so I tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God. Long as this planet keep on spinning, I'm gonna do that. Okay, and that's spinning or twirling or whatever y'all think. But um, now it is very important for us all to be very me responsible and understand that our responsibility affects all of humanity. So when you're sitting around and you're like, oh my God, this world is going to shit, ask yourself, what are you doing to stabilize that? What are you doing to help to ground humanity? What are you doing personally? Because see, healing starts inside, but like we started at the beginning of the video, it takes a lot of humble pie to realize, damn it, I'm the problem. And some of us are the problem because we refuse to let go of old thinking. We refuse to move from what doesn't serve us because we comfortable sitting there. We refuse to see things from a different perspective because we ain't never seen it from that perspective before. And I like sitting my lazy ass right here looking from the way that I'm looking. Um, we refuse to do things different because God forbid that somebody else might be right over the nonsense that I'm believing. We refuse to hear something new because we are so personally fed up with all the lies that we already done heard. But we regurgitate them. And so, and this message goes out specifically to those people who are, a little bit older than myself. Um, Today's video is definitely going that direction. So if you listen and you're a little older than myself, I'm begging you, I'm pleading with you to look and see how and why you are disconnected from the change that is necessary. Because see, here's the thing: the Lord told us that God wasn't going to roll back the firmament until we all came on one accord and there was a rebellion. And so I think that if you sick and tired of this planet and what's going on here, like I'm sick and tired of this planet and what's going on here, and like a lot of everybody else is sick and tired of what's going on this planet here. Instead of us tuning into and giving life to the nonsense, the darkness, that we should find ways within ourselves to connect more to humanity, right? To be more present in our communities, to be more present with our neighbors, to be more present with our friends and family, to be more present with our vulnerable parts of our society, children, people with disabilities, the elderly. Um, but we are too consumed with our dang on selves to do anything. Look at that. And I'm doing a good job now, because listen, I respect y'all. I want y'all to know I respect y'all. That's why I ain't in here calling y'all motherfuckers and things, you know? yeah. Y'all better pay attention. But I'm begging that this generation who was born and raised in the era before cell phones, before computers, before the pagers, before we had email addresses. Those of us on the planet who, believe it or not, you guys are very valuable, okay? Because you contain information that you haven't remembered to remember that you got. Because you're still sitting on a heap of mess that somebody then gave you in this experience. And so at the same time, I want you to know I respect y'all and I have a great deal of compassion for this group of people because see you guys got a whole lot more um to unlearn in order to relearn. And see, the unlearning process of this journey is difficult for any of us. I don't care who we are, young, old, in the middle. When you have to unlearn what has been given to you in this planet to remember what you came to the planet for, it can get a little foggy. It can get a little hazy. It can get crazy. It can get wild. But ultimately, we have a responsibility to ourselves, to each other, and to God to fulfill our contracts here. So, um, as you're unlearning, be patient with yourself, be patient with others. Because a lot of the times I see, and for those of y'all that on the journey doing the unlearning, right? Remember to be patient with your friends and family who they ain't started that trek of unlearning yet. They still thinking the world's spinning on an axis, and they still believing that Jesus gonna come through the sky, even though Jesus said he wasn't, and they still believing that um, things that are in opposition to God's will in our life because they've been taught that. No person, no two people heal the same, and that means it don't look the same. It ain't on the same timeline. It's not at the same rhythm. You know, some of y'all have gifts that you've been denying. You know, gift of sight, gift of clairvoyancy, clairaudience, the gift to prophesy. But y'all been denying it and not following through because somebody older than you who was indoctrinated and didn't get a chance to unlearn and told you that that was wrong, you know. But we all have to be patient and kind with each other in this time. So when you look at somebody and they doing or expressing in a way that you wouldn't or couldn't or you don't think they should, um, remember that you are they. They are you. We all one if we human. that oh man, that's another talk. I could go on and on and on with different talks about different things. But today we're gonna stick to this ego and how it is keeping us from coming into alignment to our assignment. How it keeps us from recognizing each other, right? My aunt, she was talking the other day to me about how unfortunately, some people will miss my message because they too busy looking at Monica to hear the saint, and that's just fine. I told her they ain't supposed to hear the saint. Then everybody ain't supposed to hear the saint. That's just the way it is. Everybody not aligned to what I'm talking about. Everybody is not in um, favor of what I'm talking about because there is good and evil. Matter of fact, at this point, everybody, the Democrats and Republicans, the left and right, listen, there's good and evil. Who is good and who is evil? That's what you need to be discerning in this season is what's good and what's evil. And that starts with discerning that around you in your immediate environment. What people around you are for the light and what people around you are for dark, you know. Um, you gotta figure it out. Let- Let's see. right, put that down. Mm, mm, my lungs says, stop it, stop it. All right, but listen, y'all. Seriously, when you seeing yourself and you start to recognize where you need to unlearn something, be patient with yourself because it helps you to be patient with other people. Um, like I said, nobody heals. We ain't all just gonna come online at the same time, clearly, right? And be like, "Oh yes, I want to be on this magical journey, and my soul is like this, and you're here for more than money. You're here for more than sex. You're here for more than just to be like. You're here for more than just to be whatever you've been being. Like you're here for more than that. Like I need you to do something. And you're like, oh yeah, I got something to do. Like that happens for different people at different times. I oftentimes see people, and I've seen this a lot on the journey, um, where people will get the healing and then they think everybody should be healed at that time, at that space, in that way, or they no good, or yeah, and out here, well, they need to do this and they need to do that. Well, if we can still look and see what they need to do, um, it's probably pretty indicative of what you in fact need to do, and that's why you're seeing it.
Tambok na siksi. Tambok, 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 tambok na siksi.
Trying to get me responsible. Yeah, 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 yeah. And see, that's the place a lot of us don't want to be because it's easier to point the finger and them, and they should be doing this, and she should do that, and he should do this. And if they would have said that, and if they would do this, and it would be like this, and I would feel like this, and everything would be okay. No, okay. Um, remember, it's our ego that we have to check on the journey the whole way. We got to keep our ego in balance so that it's serving us in a way that is beneficial to us versus harming us. Too much ego. I'm always right. I already know because the pastor told me and I seen it in the pastor book. Okay, well you seen it in the pastor book, but then you heard the pastor was putting this up some child and you still what if you wonder why you still going to church? Okay, y'all in there praying hard. But that's not my business. That's your business with God. So what I'm gonna say is I love you. If you on this planet and you having an experience, I love you. I care about you. I want you to win at whatever your mission is. Okay. Now, that's if you in light. If you in dark, I'm gonna be real, 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 real. What? I'm gonna be real, 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 real. What? Forward and direct. People in dark now don't go fuck about you. You like to do demonic shit and be on bullshit and hurt people and not do the right thing. I don't go fuck about you. I don't. So that's just me. And it's respectful too, you know. But nonetheless, if you're here for the right thing, you're working for God, or working to get with God, working to find God, uh, working to be under God's will, uh, you know, here to be loving and kind and generous, and you like that, and to be a healer, to be a teacher, to be a leader, to be a mentor, to be a safe space for people finding their way out of darkness. I'm with you. I celebrate you. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm always sending you big hugs and kisses all over the planet. And all of my love and all of my light to support you as you navigate through this dark space because it's kind of hectic around here. But we have to understand who we are, what that looks like, how to carry it out. And that means you got to love yourself. You got to respect yourself. You got to understand your own self worth, your own value, your own purpose, your own passion, your own why, your own everything. What's your motive? What's your intention? And when you understand that, you align with people who align with that. But don't try to think, oh, I decided if I'm gonna be healing and responsible, I'm gonna unlearn some stuff. So I think I could look critical at other people. That's not what this is about. So remember, we got to come to one accord. We got a mission that is bigger than who look good or who got good money or who got good whatever. you know, uh this thing is, and it's not just for you. I had heard earlier today that this is your gift to humanity. And I'm thinking like, yeah, my life is a gift to humanity. And I like to give it, right? I like to share my life. I like to share my experiences with people. I like to share my energy with people. But only people that's actually going somewhere. Like, not if you like comfortable being in nonsense, I don't want to mess with you. And you shouldn't mess with people who comfortable with being in nonsense. But at the same time, you should have space and awareness and leave room for people to go through their own journey. And I know that sounds contradictory a little bit, but it makes sense. It's a fine line in this thing. Remember, everything is about balance. Okay. You don't want the trouble to hang around too long. Okay. But you don't want to be too short with those that are lost. So um, make sure that you're checking your ego along the journey and asking yourself, like, where am I keeping myself from being in position? Where am I keeping myself from doing what I'm called to do? Transparent moment for me. I am a like super private person. Like I like my alone time. I like my space to myself. And I don't really feel I've never felt comfortable with people like I don't like but I'm called to be seen. I'm called to let people see me, to let people hear me, to let people feel me and share myself with people. And that's not always fun. Okay, because could you imagine um, traveling clear across the world to help somebody, and then they don't even appreciate what you're giving them? They're not even receiving it because they on some mess. Could you imagine sacrificing your time and space to help somebody for them to turn around and demonize your every action? I mean, it's not an easy thing. A lot of people get to see me travel and they think, oh my God, this is cool. But believe it or not every person that I encounter on this journey is just happy to be doing their work, right? Uh, matter of fact, in the last 2 years, honestly, I don't think I've been to one location where it didn't reach a point where the host was like, "Bitch, get the fuck out." Like, what time do your plane leave? So it's not always beautiful, but it is always worth it, because each person eventually hits their space. And that's my God. So as long as I show up and I help people hit their space, then I've done my job. Even though me, I would like to be appreciated for absolutely everything that I do. I would like to be recognized and people to know, like, it takes a lot of work and it took a lot of discipline and a lot of self-sacrifice and a lot of um, resilience to make it here, right? I didn't just get here overnight. And a lot of times people believe that, and that could be annoying for me. So that's just my transparent moment of this is not always exciting for me. I'm not always having a good time. Um, it's not a good feeling to have your family, someone you love, or the people that you want to accept you, to look you in your face and laugh at you. You know, um, that's not a good feeling. And it's hard to get over, right? It's not a good feeling to be um, basically outcast. That's not a good feeling, and it's not easy. And so, if you're that person and if you experience that, believe me, it's because you have a calling and there's something for you to do, but you have to unlearn and detach from what people are saying and what people are doing or how other people feel or what they're going to say or what they're going to do, or because only 1 in 4 people actually fulfill their mission. Only 1 in 4 people actually come here, sit on this planet, go through the hell, do the healing, and then do the leading that they're supposed to do, or the battling or warrioring, and do it from a place of goodness. We've seen a lot of people do things for money. But look at me, you know, which is why you really don't see the people that I help. I probably would never, like, in any way, put anything together that of clients that I've coached. Well, maybe I will, but I wouldn't do it. I would never say, um, because, like I said, these are private people. We're all private people on a journey to come into wholeness so that we can come back to oneness. And people would love to look for other people's vulnerabilities, their weaknesses, their, you know, um, what is it, a chink in their armor. And so, basically, when you going on this journey, and I say that to say, why are you going on this journey? Stop thinking everybody going with you. You gotta, like, understand that there are some people who they don't want you to go nowhere, but right where they can access you at. Okay, and they there to distract you from where you're going, and these are your mockers. The people who, like, oh, you think you're better than everybody else, or oh, so you think you know something, or you think you know everything, or da da da. I had to start just telling people, yeah, see, I know me, I know what I am, I know why I am too. I spent a great deal of time for just such. Okay, I respected myself and loved myself enough that I just had to figure it out. I wasn't settling for nothing less, and I think that other people should do the same. And so, sure, I'll go around and help people who want to do that. Um, and I like it. I do. I like when I'm working with somebody and they light just come on and they remember the awesomeness that they fucking are. That shit is like better than money. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's better than money. So y'all out there just chasing a bag. I'm telling you now, you chasing the wrong thing. Chase ways to make other people's life come full. That's what worked for me. When I can help somebody, they got a business idea and it's in their head, but it's just been in their head, and now they bump into me somewhere, and now it's not in their head; they're actually living it out. Like that, I love that. I love that more than anything. I love that more than cruising. And if y'all know me, y'all know I love cruising, boy. I love a good cruise ship, baby. Put me on board. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sign me up. So, uh, it'll be party time. I like cruising. If you like cruising, you should meet me on the sea. But anyway, um, our purpose here is bigger than ourselves. So yeah, Monica likes to be alone. Monica likes to chill. But the saint is commanded to go out and travel, talk to people, help people, give my light to people, give my wisdom to people, give my energy to people, give my time to people, give what I am to other people, because that's how people get to see God in motion, right? That's how God works here. And so I don't have a choice. I would like to be just chilling. Like, oh, I'll just stay at home and listen to my music and smoke my bud and watch the birds and the bees and the trees and the cats and the dogs and the cows and the deer and the raccoons and possums and because it feels good to me, But that's my reward for doing. And so that's what people don't see. You know, don't worry about what people don't see about you. Don't worry about what people don't understand about you. Don't worry about what people agree about you. Don't worry about if they're gonna support it. That's their business. Okay, your job is to carry it out, and it's nobody's job but your own. It's absolutely nobody's job to make sure that you do the contract that you signed up to do that allows you to get the body that you have the luxury of flopping around this spot. So I'm the Polish Saint, and I hope that this right here helps somebody to remember that you're here for more than just the BS, yeah, all the stress and mess. But it's gonna take some unlearning to remember what you're here for and carry it out. Because yeah, there has been a concerted effort to divide you from your destiny. Not only you, but all of us. And as I stated, if you are older and you listen to me, those of you, and not to say older like you're old, and so I'm giving you a reference point. If you existed pre cell phones, if you existed pre email address, if you existed, if if you was around when Greyhound was the top transportation mode of transportation, I'm talking to you. Okay. Um, we need you. The planet needs you to remember. And yes, it is a long road of remembering, but you're valuable to us. I really, really appreciate my aunt who calls me. And if you're listening to this, you should know how much I appreciate you, even though I tell her quite often in person, because at a time where a lot of people had dismissed me as just a nut, um, she took it to make it her business to see what was going on with me, um, out of sheer concern. And she said the Holy Spirit had told her that if you want to know what's going on with a person, you talk to them, talk to that person. And this made her start to hold conversation with me where she could um, filter what I was saying and expressing through the Holy Spirit. And I appreciate that because it allowed me to learn the importance of filtering things through the Holy Spirit. Um, and not only my thoughts, but my behaviors and my way that I interact with other people too. So I say that to say you never know where a person is until you talk to them. But it takes a great level of humility and humble pie um, to have those conversations with a person like myself. If you've never actually encountered me, I could be very radical, which is why I guess the Lord calls me the lit saint. Okay, I'm lit, but I'm a saint, and I'm politically incorrect as well. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, all y'all better go out and vote for Trump. Who already? Good and evil, good and evil. Hmm. So I already told y'all about the portal, okay? But I don't imagine none of y'all. I don't know who watching me, but it, if you over in Israel or you intend on going over there, I'm gonna encourage you to stay up out of that portal. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. If you know somebody traveling that way, you probably should encourage them to not be fooled. Uh, I don't think we did a good enough job with the last attack of helping each other. Okay, and I say that in we we talked about it in some spaces, but not enough. And so we let a lot of our people go in and get jiggity jabbed up and stabbed up, and as a result, right now we're seeing a lot of people, or about to see an even larger number of people um, who will be ill, and it's like the next phase to that thing. So I think we better get real me responsible because it's time to be responsible for ourselves, our loved ones, our community, our children, our grandchildren, the future of this planet. And so I'm not gonna keep holding y'all because I'm running out of the ways to say it. I'm hoping that y'all picking up what I'm sitting down because I'm not playing. The time is coming and we are all necessary. I appreciate each and every single solitary one of you who share my videos, like the video, comment on the video, tell a friend about the video, your sister, your mother, your cousin, your neighbor, the doctor, the lawyer, um, and anybody else, the preacher, the pastor. Just please tell the preachers and the pastor. And anybody else, right? But for let me go ahead and give y'all. I done said this 1,000 times over. I'm gonna say it again. Y'all think y'all seeing some stuff right now with the P Diddy and uh, Cat Williams and T.D. Jakes and uh, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly. Let me assure y'all, things is about to get cray cray. Okay, so start unlearning. Or don't be holding on to no stuff too tight, or you gonna be some of them people that's at the church giving tithes and offering to a pastor that's breaking all of God's law. Okay, you don't want to be that person. So I love y'all. I hope that this helps somebody to remember to remember. If it didn't help you to remember, I hope it helped you to start thinking, what in the F and why the F and because what is she talking about? Because in 17 years, I'm going to promise y'all. Okay. I'm under contract to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me, God. So yeah, if you don't do your mission, ain't gonna be nobody problem but your own. Okay. So your friends that you denying yourself for, your grandmother that you denying yourself for, your preacher or pastor that you denying yourself for, uh, your kids or uncle or whoever, whatever. Okay, none of that's gonna be um right there taking under the weight of your decision to not do what you came on the planet to do. I don't know about y'all. I came here to live the promise. Okay. Matter of fact, that's what got me on the journey. I think that I say, man, I'm sick and tired of this. Life is just hell. I'm sick and tired of this. I ain't come here for this. I don't know. I started looking up at the sky. I said, Lord, better show me some shit. Cause I need to fucking understand. Cause if you want me to be the fuck down here, I think this shit need to make sense. Goddamn, I need to make some fucking sense. And certainly it started to come together. And as I became more and more obedient and began to develop trust in what I was being shown, where I was being guided to, I live the promises. And I want everybody on this planet to hear my voice, that understands what I'm saying, to live the promises too. Because anything else is secondary to unnecessary. Because you came on this planet to live the promises. And God don't tell no lie. The word will never come back void. It has not come back void to me. I ain't been sent on their mission and didn't have enough. I ain't been told to do nothing. It didn't come together. I ain't been in no danger. I ain't been nothing. Have I come under attack? Yes. Have I been tested? Yes. But all of it, I can assure you, you're ready for it. So I love y'all. Please stay positive out here. This week, when you find yourself looking and you saying, "What in the f is wrong with the world?" Find out what it is that you can be doing in a very practical sense. I'm not saying in no ideas, sitting around bumping your gums, talking about people, or criticizing people or having high ideas about what could be going on in the gossip trains. Start to focus on where you want to put your energy at, because for the next 20 years I can assure you we are all on a mighty mission, and I am happy to be here. I'm glad to be sharing this space with you. If you are a person who is seeking light, after the light, looking to heal and be in the light, spread the light, give the light, be the light. Yeah, I'm here with it, and I'm rolling with you. I'm sending you all my love, all my hugs, all my kisses to whoever you are around the planet. You are not alone. Okay, you are not alone. And I love this meme and say, if people can hate people for no reason, I can absolutely love you for no reason. I don't have to know who you are. I don't have to know what you do. I don't have to know nothing about you. But if you are in light, I want you to know I love you. Y'all stay kind to each other, stay compassionate with each other. If you are new to this journey and you're not really sure, because it is a lot, right? Find you 5 people around you. Ask God to surround me with 5 people who can be my core 5 that I can go through this thing with, and that can help me to remember, to remember. Today, Big Kid Sunday. Go out, be kind to yourself. Do something that helps you to remember the child in yourself. It helps you to honor that person, and give reverence to the pieces of you that you have probably long forgotten, especially if you've been around since before cell phones and stuff. But I want you to know that, like I said earlier in the audio, you guys are very important to this process and much invaluable to the process. Please don't be tricked out of your bowl of soup and give up your birthright to the devil out here. I love y'all. Peace and wellness. Make sure you go out today. Be extra kind to somebody, because it's worth it, right? And you want somebody to be kind to you. So share the video again. Please share the video, like the video, all of that, because I need to get my numbers up over here. Yeah. And I promise y'all I won't come back on here with y'all not able to see my face no more. But the video was already rolling and going. So it is what it is. It's a live video, and this is how it came out in live form and live time. And so it was an honor to give it. Thanks for getting up in here with me, watching the video, and I love y'all. So make sure. Oh, and again, for those of you who send me cash apps, donations, wellness boxes, thoughtful messages, the taxes, everything, like everything. Those of you who have opened your homes to me, and invited me into your houses in every state. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. You guys are the dopest. Those of you who have committed yourselves to this journey and not only doing it for yourself, but displaying it for others to see and sharing it with your friends, your family, your loved ones, and coworkers and community. I love you guys too. So that's the end of the live for today. Thank you. If you want to keep up with me, make sure that you go subscribe to my this is where the subscription at, y'all, on YouTube. So go over to TikTok, follow me over there. Um Instagram. You can go to my website, PolitSaint.com, where you can grab all of my merchandise. You can support me there too. Buy my books, journals, t-shirts, hoodies, doormats, uh, some of everything over there. So, as well as you can hook up with me for services like Wasted by the Saint or to get for it. I love y'all. If you want to hook up with me, make sure that you keep up with my 2024 travel schedule, because I probably will be somewhere near you and you will get an opportunity to see me live and in person. I love y'all. Peace and wellness.